Hello, future genius. Are you ready to unlock a mind blowing secret that changed our understanding of the universe forever? This knowledge is so powerful it will make your brain sparkle with new insights. Get ready for an amazing journey into history that will make you say, wow. Introduction. Today we are going to talk about a true superstar of science, a man who dared to challenge what everyone believed. His name is Nicolaus Copernicus. Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered how everything works? For a very long time, people thought our Earth was the center of everything. But one brave man had a different idea. Let's learn about his incredible life and how his revolutionary thoughts reshaped our world. This story is super interesting and easy to understand. So let's dive in. Body. Nicolaus Copernicus was born a long time ago in a place called Turin, which is now part of Poland. He was born on February 19, 1473. Imagine a world without big telescopes or space travel. That was his time. From a young age, he was very smart and curious. He loved to learn. His uncle, Lucas Watson-Rode the Younger, was a very important person, a bishop, and he made sure young Nicolaus got a great education. This was a super lucky start for him. Around 1491, when he was about 18 years old, Copernicus went to the University of Krakow. This was one of the best universities in Poland at that time. He studied many things there, like mathematics, astronomy, and philosophy. These subjects helped him to think deeply about the universe. He learned how to observe the stars and planets, and he probably started to wonder about the traditional ideas. After Krakow, he moved to Italy to study even more. This was around 1496. He went to the University of Bologna to study law, but he also kept studying astronomy and humanism. Humanism was a way of thinking that focused on human values and reason. In Bologna, he lived with a famous astronomer named Domenico Maria Novara. Novara was known for criticizing some old astronomy ideas. This experience was very important for Copernicus because it showed him that it was okay to question old beliefs. He started to see that the old model of the universe, called the Ptolemaic system, had some problems. Then in 1501, he went to the University of Padua to study medicine. Imagine, he was studying law, astronomy, and medicine. He was a real polymath, someone who knows a lot about many different things. While in Padua, he continued his observations of the sky. He was always looking, always thinking, and always questioning. Finally, in 1503, he received his doctorate in canon law from the University of Ferrara. After his studies in Italy, he returned to Poland. He worked for his uncle as a doctor, secretary, and even an administrateur. Even with all these jobs, he never stopped looking at the stars. He spent many nights observing the planets and making careful notes. He had a small observatory at the cathedral in Frombork, where he lived. During these years, Copernicus was developing his own amazing idea. For over 400 years, people believed in the geocentric model of the universe. Geo means Earth and centric means center. So the geocentric model said that the Earth was the unmoving center of the universe, and all the planets, the moon and the sun moved around it. This idea was supported by the powerful church and was deeply ingrained in people's minds. But Copernicus noticed that this geocentric model had some complicated explanations. For example, sometimes planets seemed to move backward in the sky. To explain this, the old model used very complex circles within circles called epicycles. Copernicus thought there must be a simpler, more elegant explanation. His big idea was the heliocentric model. Helio means sun. So the heliocentric model proposed that the sun, not the Earth, was the center of the universe. In this model, the Earth and all the other planets revolved around the sun. The moon, however, still revolved around the Earth. This was a radical idea, completely different from what everyone thought. He started writing his famous book, De Revolutionibus Orbium Coelestium, which means On the Revolutions of the Heavenly Spheres. He worked on this book for many years, perfecting his ideas and calculations. He was very careful because he knew his ideas were very controversial. He was worried about how people, especially the church, would react. He hesitated to publish his work for a long time. It was a huge secret that he shared with only a few close friends. He was afraid of being criticized and even punished. But some of his friends encouraged him to share his amazing discovery with the world. One of his students, Georg Joachim Rheticus, was especially helpful in getting his work published. Finally, his book was published in 1543, the very year he died. He supposedly received the first copy of his book on his deathbed. What a moment that must have been. This book explained his heliocentric model in great detail, with mathematical proofs and observations. His ideas did not immediately change the world. Many people still believed in the geocentric model. It took many more years, and the work of other great scientists like Galilei and Johannes Kepler to fully accept and prove Copernicus's heliocentric model, but his book started a revolution in thinking, now called the Copernican Revolution. It was a huge step for science and our understanding of our place in the universe. Copernicus's legacy is immense. He showed us the power of observation, mathematics, and critical thinking. He dared to question old truths and offered a new way to see the cosmos. His work laid the foundation for modern astronomy and changed humanity's perspective on the universe forever. He taught us that sometimes the simplest explanation is the right one, even if it challenges everything we thought we knew. Conclusion. So, what did we learn about Nicolaus Copernicus? We learned that he was a brilliant and brave scholar who lived from 1473 to 1543. He studied many subjects, but his biggest contribution was his heliocentric model of the universe, which placed the sun at the center, not the earth. This idea was revolutionary and changed science forever. His journey reminds us that it's important to be curious, to observe carefully, and to always be ready to question what we think we know. His work opened the door for so many future discoveries. Isn't that incredible? Keep looking up at the stars, and remember the man who helped us understand them better. Thank you for joining this amazing journey.